Hey, this is Wrestling with Minecraft. Wrestling with Minecraft is a series that we just don't do often enough, where we talk about wrestling related topics, all while building something together here in Minecraft, specifically ftwcraft.org. You can check out our videos just like this on ftwpodcast.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, The FTW Podcast. We've got a playlist for all of the Minecraft videos that we do there. This is technically episode number 2 of Wrestling with Minecraft. We found it rather difficult to play Minecraft, do what we needed to do, such as build a zombie spawn trap tower, which is what we did the last episode, all while talking about something completely different. It was just it was hard to get past that topic. Lots of dead air. But we're gonna try it again today. We're gonna push through those barriers, and talk about this Sunday. Well, actually, it's today. Sunday's WWE TLC pay-per-view. What are we most looking forward to? This episode was recorded on Sunday morning, like I just said, right around 9:30 in the morning Eastern, on December 15th, 2013. Before we get into the wrestling, though, I think we should probably talk about what we're going to be building today. We got 4 items that we're gonna take a look at. We might get through, we might not. We want to keep this video rather short, and we have a limited amount of time where we can record this, just because the pay-per-view is later on in the night, and we can't be on here all day, can we? Well, maybe some of us can be, but so there's 4 things. 1, a wishing well. We've already started production of the wishing well. We took the zombie spawn trap tower. I'm sorry, the zombie spawner that we were going to turn into another trap tower, but we decided against it just because there were so many already in this general area. So we just let it sit there. It remained dormant, and so I'm gonna turn it into a wishing well. I've got the water already placed. I've got the major base already placed. We just need to build out the outside. There's also the new Zen Garden, and again, we're at my place. I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, this is my place. So new Zen Garden outside in the front. I've already got the general layout done. We just need to start putting some greenery in. But we're going to go ahead and talk about what I've built so far and what is in the plans coming up. We're also going to take a look at the walkway that is surrounding my place. I've had a few ideas. I've explained it to my wife. She didn't really like it. I've explained it to Nick, which is Atomic Deke. He really hasn't given me one way or another if he likes it. So I'm leaning towards it possibly being a bad idea, but I like it. So we're going to take a look at it again, and maybe take this to a vote on the YouTube comments to see what you guys think, if I should keep it, if you like the idea, if there's a better way for me to do it. And then also, I've got a new trap door set up that allows me to cross that river in front of my door. I don't know if you remember. We'll walk through it once we get over there, but it allows me to cross the river, and then I could take the trap door down once I get outside, and just some easier passage, so I'm not jumping over that little stream every single time. So right now it's not working the way I'd like it to. So we're going to take a look at what I'm doing, and maybe there's a better way for me to do it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get prepped. I need some wood for some park benches, but before I get there, so you can look over my shoulder here. This is where we've got most of the action going. All right, so there we go. Yeah, so out here we've got the wishing well set up. So we just need to blow out the rest of the sand, make some room for some trees, possibly another one of these brick sculptures. Definitely some benches all the way around. I think that's going to look nice. Also here is our brick sculptures. This is going to be our main Zen Garden. So we've got the little creeper face guy here. We've got the wishing well that was generated, which is nice. And then we've got another brick sculpture that I'm not really digging, but we're going to be covering it with some greenery anyways, so it's going to be fine. And then we got a little archway here that I do like a lot, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping we can make that look nice with some more leaves. So, anyways, I'm going to go grab some supplies, and when we come back, we're going to start placing, and we're going to start talking about WWE TLC. So stay tuned. All right, I think we are just about ready to go ahead and get started. The first order of business is we are going to need to extend this mossy cobble wall all the way around and basically close it up on this opposite side. Haven't quite decided where I want to close it yet, but I think for today's purposes, we're just going to go ahead and get it done. We'll put a gate up, and we'll fix it later. We'll fix it as we need it, but to make sure that we're not getting slammed by zombies and creepers the entire time that we are building, we're just going to go ahead and wall that up. And I think I should have enough torches. Let me go ahead and grab another stack of this cobble wall. Yeah, it should be good. So as we're walking over there, I'm going to show you the trap door that I set up. So basically, I've got redstone underneath here. So we've got just a block of sandstone. We've got redstone underneath it, and then that redstone, like obviously this button is powering the door, but then I've got redstone basically extending so that it reaches this guy, as you can see. So the problem is I don't think it's coming up enough. Maybe that's the issue. So it's just not reclosing. So we need to get it to reclose. That's my task right now. Hopefully we can get that wrapped up, because that'll make this a lot nicer. So I'm not turning around. Get out of here. So I'm not turning around to have to close it every time. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap up this wall. And while I do that, let's go ahead and try not to look up at that Enderman. That'll be difficult. Oh, snap. Did you see that? He just kind of went through the wall. It'll be day soon. Alright. So we're going to go kind of... We're not following a straight line, per se. I can't remember if I did this before this video or not, but I kind of usually give myself a guideline of where I want the wall to be, or anything else that I'm building. Let's take it up. That should be good. Alright. Just so I can kind of see it and give myself a mental outline of where I'm going. Alright, I think we're just going to cross here. Maybe we can bring it down. We're going to cross here, put a gate in between. And I'm not liking that. Let's do it this way. And I did not bring my shovel out with me. Why, I have no idea. So let's take this up to... Let's take this up all the way to the side of my house. And then that should be good for today, and we'll fix it up later on. There we go. Alright, so that should be good. We'll fix it up later. But this should at least protect us for now. We'll throw a couple more torches up. And maybe along this line. All right, so now that we've gotten that taken care of, let's go ahead and start building. We're taking a look at least what the work that we've done so far on the wishing well. So basically, I mean, as you can see, we've got the wishing well. It's a zombie spawner in the center, glowstone around it so that it doesn't get activated. And then we've got glowstone put on all the corners, just more of a decoration piece than anything. Right now, I think we're about 3 wide at least, 4 wide on some of the sides of room, so that we have room to walk around. But you know, we're gonna be putting up some benches. We're gonna be putting up some greenery, maybe another brick sculpture here, and I think I might want to build it into the sand, as if the sand kind of blown over part of it. I think that might be a cool little look. So we're gonna experiment a little bit with that. And then here is a close-up look to what we've done with these sculptures. So again, I'm not really too fond of this. We're gonna be covering most of it up, but it's just a mix of stairs and slabs, and then full blocks of brick. But we're going to be covering up some of it, at least with the leaves. But I like being able to walk through this guy. I think we're going to keep the ability to walk through that. I think that'll be nice. And maybe just some bushes along the side. All right. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the card. So stay tuned, just because I'm going to have to cut the video real quickly because I forgot to pull up the card for TLC. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. And we're back. All right. So let's take a look at. Well, first, let's decide what we're going to do first. I think we should set up the greenery. I think it's going to be the easiest and most fulfilling side of this, just because I still have not decided quite yet what we're going to do over here. So let's do greenery first. We've got enough leaves. Actually, I might need that stake. So I've got some jungle leaves, oak leaves, birch leaves, and then I also brought some cactus. I don't know if we'll need it, but I brought it just in case. And then we also got some fence posts that we're going to use as makeshift trunks, basically. So, all right. FansTalkWrestling.com is where we are going to be live chatting tonight for the pay-per-view. So if you are planning on watching it, definitely join us. And by us, I mean the 20 or so of us who get together every Tuesday for the live recording of the podcast. The live chat hooligans will be watching TLC together. It's really fun. It's something we've done pretty much every pay-per-view the last few months, and it's an overall good time. We just watch the pay-per-view together, talk about it as it happens, and yeah, good times had by all. Again, that's fanstalkwrestling.com, and also over there is full coverage of the pay-per-view. So we're gonna have man, I think I should have gotten some dirt. Let's run inside and get some dirt real quick. But also on the site is full coverage of the pay-per-view. So we've got the full card. We've also got predictions. So the FTW community got together to talk predictions for the pay-per-view, and that includes the Facebook group, also the writers, and then everyone on the podcast. So we all got together, put our predictions together. I might not eat. Yeah, I shouldn't eat that much. But yeah, we all got together and decided who was going to win. You know what? I'm tired of this vine right here. The other vines are fine, but that one needs to go. Okay. We all got together, predicted. So this is what makes it difficult, is that I'm trying to do all kinds of stuff in Minecraft, all while trying to keep focus and talk about wrestling. It's going to be hard, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to do it. All right. So let's talk about the card right now. What do we have? I think we had a total of 6 matches booked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 matches booked because there was also a tag team championship match added, and I don't know if I have that one pulled up quite yet, but we will get there. But let's just run down the card right now. We've got the tag team championship match. It's 4-way. I want to say it's Big Show and Mysterio versus Rhodes and Goldust versus Rybaxel, and then maybe Real Americans. We're going to have to look at that. So next break we're going to jump over to WWE.com and see if they've updated that. It was still uncertain as of yesterday. Lots of different places reporting different things. I probably should grab some shears too, because I don't want to lose these leaves if I need to take them down. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now. That looks pretty good. I like that. Outside of that, we've also got, in the kickoff match, Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango. The Wyatt family taking on Daniel Bryan, which is kind of an odd match. Lots of different theories of how this could go. We'll talk a little bit about that, and I'll point to you guys to some articles on fanstalkwrestling.com with some of those theories. We've also got The Shield versus CM Punk, which is another handicap match, 3-on-1. We've got some theories on that as well, so we'll talk about that. And then also we've got the Divas Championship going to be put on, or defended. AJ versus Natalya. And then we've also got the Intercontinental Championship, Big E Langston versus Damian Sandow, and in a match where pretty much a lot of these matches are going to be unanimous as far as the picks. There's a lot of people picking these matches, and they're all pretty much saying the same thing. So we'll talk a little bit about what that is. And then, of course, the World Heavyweight Unified WWE Championship. Who knows what name they'll end up going with when it's all said and done. But that should be a really cool match, too. I think that match is cool specifically because no one right now knows what's going to happen. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing that we are still somewhat left in the dark. It's going to be hard. It's really hard to predict that match because there's still a lot of theories of maybe that match won't even happen. A lot of people saying that. Maybe neither walk out with the title. Maybe Triple H walks out with the title. And it looks like we are, in fact, safe from that zombie. We're going to watch him a little bit. See if he can figure out how to get through. Nope. Awesome. That worked out in our favor. He went right down into the pit, which means he is going to make friends with the other zombies. All right. So, I don't want to talk about the full card. We spent about an hour on Tuesday previewing the entire show. So that's not what we're going to do today. Today we're going to be talking specifically about, what matches we're most looking forward to, as well as potential match of the night candidates. So before we totally get started, I'm liking this so far. I don't know what you guys think, but I definitely like the tree growing from the center and kind of branching out. So it does cover, pretty much it covers most of the decoration that we made, little designs, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We weren't really into it, but what it does do is it has a nice, you can kind of see through it, and that's pretty cool. That's sort of the effect that we've got with our glowstone lamps in the house, where you got the leaves on top. We're also doing that in the square. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. All right, so, yeah, overall, what I do the day of every pay-per-view is, regardless of how much I'm not looking forward to it earlier in the week, by the time the day of the pay-per-view comes around, I am completely amped for it. I don't know if it's just a failure in my fandom that for some reason I forget that earlier in the week we were upset, by a few things. But right now, I cannot wait until tonight. We've got just under 12 hours until the start of the pay-per-view, and I am stoked. Just looking at the card in general, every match is watchable. Every match has a purpose. You can look at Dolph versus Fandango, and that was kind of booked last minute, it seemed. There isn't really a rhyme or reason for it. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad match. Just look at who's involved. You can say what you want about Fandango, but the guy can wrestle, and he can wrestle well. He puts on an entertaining show every time he gets in the ring. So I'm really looking forward to that match, specifically because, if you guys remember, both of these guys were being pushed pretty hardcore for right around WrestleMania time. Then Dolph got injured. Dolph got the concussion. So he was removed from... Oop, crap. Did I have my axe? Yes. All right. Yeah, so Dolph got removed from the world title picture because of that. So he was out for concussion. Then we had Jericho versus Fandango, and that was right around the time when it looked like they were going to start pushing Fandango in either the Intercontinental Championship race or the U.S. Championship race. Neither happened, and the reason why neither happened was Fandango got a concussion. So these two guys were put into a new category as far as this match goes. You look at this match, why this match is happening, nothing was really ever explained. But the way I look at it, they're both victims of circumstance. They both were taken out because of concussions. So this is really their opportunity, their first chance to get some spotlight on a pay-per-view and see what they can do, see who gets the crowd reaction. Now, I know that's not how it was built, but that's why I'm looking forward to it, because I really think that these two guys can go at it, and this is their opportunity to move forward. Not sure if I'm liking all of these leaves, so we're gonna grab some shears just to take them down as necessary. But right now, I think I want a little growth coming over top this guy. And I'm hearing a spider. Yep, there he is. All right. And you know what? While we're here, I do want to test out. No, I killed him. All right. Next creeper we get, we're going to test out the anti-griefing system because we had some issues with it overnight. I upgraded all the plugins, and it caused grief prevention to lose all of our data, all of our claim data. So we had to reset all claims this morning. So, whoa. That is not good. Skeletons should not be spawning in here. All right. I missed him. That's okay. He still died. All right, we'll put it up. We'll put up a torch right here. And I'll put up another one here. And hopefully that'll save us from any more spawns inside. All right, so yeah, we lost all the claim data. So what that means is, I lost about half of my sheep because a creeper got into the house, and I didn't really think anything of it. I actually had my headphones off, so I didn't even hear it. And next thing I know, the sheep are all dying, and there's a big hole in the floor, and so half the sheep are falling into this pit, and it sucked. But normally we wouldn't care. We wouldn't even think twice about it because the anti-griefing system, or the grief prevention plugin that we've got, stops creepers from destroying any blocks within claimed land, which is awesome, you know. So the house, even if I got a creeper in here, it might hurt me, but it wouldn't destroy anything in the house. But that did not happen yesterday. So, all right. So I'm not sure. I'm not totally digging that we've got those blocks like that. So I might. I think we're gonna take down the blocks that are on top, and just keep the blocks on the side. So that'll give us the effect that we want, but without the big unnecessary bits on top. Okay. So one other thing that we did here, at least in the old version of the Zen Garden, was that I took down the area around the trunks and put, I think at the time I put bricks. Let's put down some slabs, but just to give it a feel of an enclosure for this, so that it wasn't just a dirt, like just a thing of dirt in the middle of nothing. So I'm not sure if I'm totally digging that though. Maybe just 3 on the sides would look better. So that's something that we might play with. We don't have to do that today. That's something we might play with. Maybe we could elevate this. That looks okay. Yeah, I think I'll keep this for now. But we might revisit this a little bit later on, decide exactly how we want to do that. just because like we're getting to the point where now we're adding additional bricks to the layout. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm digging it. So we're gonna place them for now, and then we'll decide later on if we want to keep those. All right, so we talked about one match. We talked about one match that I'm looking forward to right now. The kickoff match. I think that's going to be a great kickoff match. Yes, it's booked randomly, but you got two guys that can wrestle well. They both do great things in the ring. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And hopefully, maybe they turn that into a feud where it's just two guys that don't like each other, kind of like what they're doing with Miz versus Kofi. I kind of like where that feud is going just because it's different. It's not about a title. It's not about a relationship. It's about two guys who just don't like each other and they're trying to get one-upsmanship, on the other. So I like that. Another match I'm looking forward to. And I'm trying not to do the obvious stuff. We can talk about CM Punk versus the Shield. Lots of talk about how this could be the catalyst for the Shield to break up. But I'm not really looking forward to that. I don't like the idea of the Shield breaking up. At least not just yet. So yeah, I don't know. The same thing about Daniel Bryan and the Wyatts. I'm not necessarily looking forward to that match because of some of the implications that could happen. There is discussion amongst the community that this could be Daniel Bryan, his move to become a member of the Wyatt family, or maybe this is the Wyatt family joining up with Daniel Bryan so that he's got some backup. I like that idea. I like the backup idea in that, as he goes back for the world title. But if this doesn't finish with him being a step closer to the world title, I'm not into it. I'm not into what they're doing. That's where I want Daniel Bryan. So I'm nervous about this match. Right now, dang it. So I'm not necessarily totally looking forward to it. Right now, I'm just putting some placeholders down for these benches. Don't want them all to be the same distance. And really, we probably don't need this many. Maybe we just need one on every side. Yeah. So I'm not looking forward to the two center main storyline matches that we've got. Where it's the 3-on-1. I'm not digging that just because I don't necessarily like where they could be going with those. The Intercontinental Championship match: Big E Langston versus Damian Sandow. If you take a look at the predictions, we got them up at fanstalkwrestling.com. Those predictions pretty much have a unanimous vote. Big E Langston will retain. And I don't necessarily disagree with that statement. What I disagree with, though, is the idea, and this is something that Kevin and I talked about on the podcast this week. That's the idea that it's too soon to take the title off of Big E Langston. Now, I will agree that I like Big E Langston as a champion. I think, well, just in general, I like Big E Langston in general. I think the guy has it. He's got everything that we look for in a champion. And in a wrestler in general. He's great he's good in the ring. I won't say he's great in the ring, but he's good in the ring. He tells a good story. He's fantastic on the mic. They need to give him more time on the mic and let him really build that character. Damian Sandow is another guy that just like that. I I love everything that he has done on the mic, and I wish they would give him more time. You know, it really started right around the time, um, right around the time that he had his little mini feud with Randy Orton, where I thought for sure they were going to really push him. So they had him come out and sing Randy Orton's theme song. I thought that was fantastic, but then for whatever reason they forgot about that and they didn't continue it. All right, what do you think about this, guys? I'm not totally sold on it. Again, we're just kind of going at it with no real plan, which has proved, has proved to be the bad way about going about things here in Minecraft. But we do it anyways. So we really should have a plan, but I don't know. So I'm just making little bushes all around. I'm digging the idea, but I'm almost thinking we should just get a real tree in here. Maybe like a little oak tree, or maybe I don't want to do jungle. I think that's too tall. But maybe we plant an oak tree and see what that looks like. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get some saplings and come back out and put a tree maybe right here. So yeah, Biggie Langston versus Damian Sandow. I disagree with the idea that it's too soon to take the title off of Biggie Langston. I like him as champion, but I also like the idea of having a little, another one-upsmanship kind of feud going on. We're doing that very well with Miz versus Kofi, and I think we could do that with, maybe a spruce. No, spruce is too out of place. Oh, did I already have a sapling? Oh, look at that. All right. So, yeah. So I normally we don't like the idea. And you know what? I should get some more. Bone meal. We don't like the idea of hot potatoing the titles, and I'm with you. I hate that, but we really haven't seen that in a while. And normally when we complain about hot potatoing the titles, we're complaining because there's just a lot of transitional champions. And I don't think that needs to be the case in this particular instance. I think what we can do is build up a good feud for the title, which is something that we haven't had in a while. And I got a spider. Oh, I got 2 spiders. Great. I don't have my sword on me. Fantastic. All right. So yeah, I think that's something we really haven't seen in a while. Is a good feud for a title. This can be that opportunity. So I'm all for it. I'm all for them giving the title to Sandow. I think it'd be perfectly fine. And I think he would do a really good job with it, especially if they go back and forth like I'm expecting. You put the title on Langston, that brought a huge increase in the interest level on that championship. You do the same thing with putting the title then on Langston. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. I like that. Doesn't go over the wall, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, so maybe we just put trees around. Maybe not worry about the bushes. Maybe we just put trees around. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So, yeah. Overall, I think this is going to be one of the best matches of the night, and they have an opportunity to really build a good feud with these two guys. You can easily put the title on Damian Sandow and really turn that into a good feud and make the IC title interesting again. That's what we always complain about. IC title isn't interesting again. Then we get a guy that has a title and we have to keep the title on that guy for X amount of time. That's never really explained. Like the IWC has this weird time frame that they never explain. We've got to keep the title on this guy for this long. And then as soon as that guy hits that limit, the title's boring. The title is boring. They need to do something else. They need to put it on someone else. So I think we just skip that charade altogether. Put the title on Sandow, and you've got an interesting feud. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Right now, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna put another tree here. I got to go back inside and get another sapling. And I think that's going to do it for out here, at least for the time being. We can decide how we're going to do the benches a little bit later on. But, yeah, I think overall, this is looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. I'm going to take a quick break to get a drink. And then we're going to talk about one more match that I'm really looking forward to tonight. So stay tuned. This is Wrestling with Minecraft. FTWpodcast.com, and we're talking about WWE TLC. So stay tuned. All right, and we're back. We're going to be back for just a brief time period. That went kind of low. Can't even walk past that. That is not good. So I just took a look at the time, and we've already been recording for longer than a half an hour, which is more than I really wanted to. So hopefully it's at least been entertaining for you guys, and we've been doing some good things that you've enjoyed. But the goal of these videos are to be no longer than a half an hour, and we're already way past that. I think we're close to the 40-minute mark. So I'm going to cut it short. We're going to continue to build, but I think we're just going to spend maybe another 2-3 minutes as we continue to go through this. But one more match. Well, first of all, so some ideas I'm playing with. Maybe have the brick enclosure being the same level as the ground. Comparatively, we're going to come over here and check out what it looks like when the enclosures are above ground. I haven't quite decided which I like more, so maybe you guys can leave that in the comments and let me know what you think. For now, I'm just going to let them be. But we've got one more match to talk about for tonight's TLC. It's hard to see here, and that is the match that not many people are looking forward to specifically. I don't think it was really discussed much on the podcast at all. But that is the Divas Championship. Definitely not match of the night. There's no way it's going to be up there. There's just too many roadblocks. One, they won't get enough time, just because we've got so many other matches happening tonight. So they're not going to get enough time to really showcase what they can do. But what this does do, hopefully, it puts WWE in a position where they can really start to care about the Divas division. We kept hoping. Man, that tree got so big. I wonder what the difference was. I wonder why this one, maybe because we're so close to the edge here? I don't know, man. That's a huge tree. I didn't really want them to be that big, but that's okay. But yeah, the Divas Championship, it puts WWE in a position where they can start doing some things creatively for the Divas division. That's been one of the biggest complaints, is that it seems like a majority of the time that they put into promoting the Divas is to promote Total Divas. This will be an extension of that. I'm just looking at the the predictions, and overall, it does seem like we are all hoping. We are all hoping that AJ retains the title. Me, on the other hand, I would much rather Natalya hold the title. Specifically because AJ's great. AJ's fantastic on the mic when they give her that opportunity, but those opportunities don't come often enough. So whether that's just them not being totally cool with the idea of her, talking down to Total Divas, but it does allow them. It does show that there is talent, that there is great talent in the Divas division by letting someone like AJ really take the mic and work with it. Just something we don't see enough. Like, when was the last time you really saw divas talk in the ring? And then when was the last time we saw the divas given an opportunity to talk effectively in the ring? It's a rarity, and I think someone like AJ can change that. What am I in here for? What did I just come in here for? I can't recall. All right, so, but that's why I like AJ. Why I like Natalya. Natalya's a fantastic wrestler that isn't always given that opportunity to show it. Putting the title on her does show it, and it makes the Divas division more interesting. That's the thing. That's the problem right now. We can all say how much we love AJ, but the truth of the matter is, without really good competition on the other side, you don't have anything. You don't have an effective counterpart. So yeah, AJ's fantastic, but how fantastic is a champion that doesn't have good competition on the other side? I mean, you look at any sport. I mean, let's take Cleveland for a great example. We talk about a rivalry in this town. Pittsburgh versus the Browns. It's a great rivalry historically. But over the last, 10, 15 years, it has not been. Because Pittsburgh kicks our ass. They kick our ass hard. And it's not fun. It is not fun to watch as a fan, because the end is pretty much expected. We're expecting the Browns to lose. When they look like they're going to win, that's kind of exciting because it's like, hey, the Browns are holding their own. But it's a rarity for them to hold that momentum for the entire game, as we've seen pretty much every season since they've come back. So it's the same thing with these title races. We say, well, it's too soon to take the title off of Big E, but then we complain because the title races that we do have aren't interesting, especially for the IC title race, the U.S. Championship race, etc. But they're not interesting, not because of who's holding them, but because of who are they defending against. Look at Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is a great champion who faces absolutely no one. That title race isn't interesting, and it's not because of who's holding it, but because of who is not competing against it. If you put Kofi Kingston in that race, if you put Miz versus Kofi as your main feud for the number one contendership for that title, that changes the entire landscape. That makes that title race that much better. So I am voting for Natalya to win. That's my prediction, because that's what I'm hoping they do. Putting the title on Natalya gives WWE the opportunity to show that the Divas Championship is important, because they're going to have now two serious contenders for the title, AJ and Natalya. You've also got Tamina in there. Tamina can be used very well in kind of like a protective role like she's been, or let her go off on her own. Caitlyn is another name that can be put in there. And again, that's how you create an interesting title race, by putting multiple people in the race to make it feel important. When it's just one guy holding the title, regardless of who it is, CM Punk holding the world title for as long as he did, if he didn't face anyone important, if he was just facing off against guys like Khali and Curtis Axel, we would think that CM Punk didn't hold, or that he held the title for too long because it wasn't interesting. They did interesting things with CM Punk. They can do interesting things with every title, and this is a good way to start doing that. So that is my rant about the Divas Championship and overall how I'm hoping WWE TLC turns out later on tonight. So again, you can read up on the full predictions that we posted up on fanstalkwrestling.com. You can watch our pre-show that we recorded on Tuesday with our full predictions and overall recap of the Slammy Award edition of Monday Night Raw and everything else that happened last week. We talked about it on FTW194, so check out ftwpodcast.com for that. I'll have also those links in the show notes or in the description here on YouTube. But yeah, TLC, there's a lot of opportunities to make TLC a really fun pay-per-view and really grow from it. So I'm hoping WWE does the right thing and follows what I'm hoping they do. It's unlikely, but there's always that hope. So anyways, I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job with the build-out of the Zen Garden. I think this feels a lot nicer. We still have room back here to maybe put another brick sculpture, maybe some paintings. We've got 3 paintings in the house that we can use, or maybe we can just build some more, make it like into a little art gallery. I think that would be kind of cool. And I'm still not sold on the layout of my benches. I think I might spend some more time on that once we're done recording today. And I think I might add some gravel to the floor. So we've got some gravel, maybe some stone brick, maybe some mossy stone brick, just something to kind of break up the pattern, make it look a little bit more natural. Maybe even add some sand. I mean, we are in the desert. It does make sense to have sand in certain places. So I know there's a few of you who don't like sand, but yeah, I think there's some cool stuff we can do. So, anyways, I'm gonna be working on that for the next couple of days, most likely. Next video, we'll take a look at my progress and maybe start building something else. So, anyways, my name is Garvin. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in future episodes, and if you like this overall format of how we're doing these videos. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.